Welcome back here to the State League 1 in SA for the final fixture of the round. Round 2 fixtures between the home team Adelaide Azzurri Blue Eagles and Vipers FC. Joining me in the commentary booth is Christian Marchetti. Two Italians at the Martin Sports Complex. A sight for sore eyes for some of these crowd.
Yeah, and it's my back-to-back Monday night State League 1 games for me. I'm doing the Monday State League 1 beat, it seems, this season. But no, I'm looking forward to this one. You've got two teams, one in Blue Eagles, who, of course, definitely going for promotion this season after missing out last year and didn't get off to the best start last week, so looking to rectify that. And then you've got Vipers, who got a really good result last week, so against West Adelaide, one of the contenders for promotion, so looking to build on that. So should be good.
Go through the lineups of both teams as kickoff is underway. For the home team, Adelaide Blue Eagles, number 1, Mitchell Higgins, number 2, Cooper Mullins, number 3, Matthew Jones, number 4, Declan Gray, number 5, Adebanji Adesida, number 8, Amari Didero, the captain, number 9, Dante Cacciavallani, number 10, Ricardo Da Silva, number 18, William Smithson-Thomas, number 20, Yuki Nakata, number 23, Ibrahim Kamara. For the away team, Vipers FC, a couple changes for them as well. The captain this week is number 2, John Papapedros, number 4, Anthony Vakasidis, number 5, Romain Toscano, number 6, Anthony Matosevic, number 9, George Katsanyanis, number 15, Jordan Mugford, number 16, Michael Iafala, number 18, Anthony Colangelo, number 21, Sebastian Matosevic, number 29, Oscar Moore, and number 32, Shuto Nakamura. Game is underway here now at Martin Sports Complex, with the home team Adelaide Blue Eagles shooting from left to right of screen and Vipers from right to left. So, Christian, what are you expecting for tonight's fixture? State League 1, Monday nights at Martin. They're back for 2025. I'm sure it's a lot of people tuning in at home. Seen about 150 or more viewers on the live stream as well. So, anyone who's just finished training, they've got a good game ahead of them to watch.
Yeah, well, Blue Eagles are the home team, and I guess on paper you might say that they've got a stronger team. So I would expect them to probably dominate possession-wise and try and take the game to Vipers. But we've seen Vipers against a good team last week in West Adelaide be able to not give too much away and get a point. So they'll feel like they can come here and get a result again. It's a good start there. Win the ball high up the pitch. I was able to, come out and actually watch Blue Eagles in pre-season. Watch them against Adelaide United as NPL team. They had a really 5-0 win that day, actually. Adelaide United were rotating, but still they look quite good. So they'll feel they've got the weapons to really hurt Vipers today.
Here's Anthony Matosevic on the ball, finding Colangelo. Couple changes for both sides. We'll go through them now. As the ball's on that far side, if it stays in, we might just wait to see how it eventuates. But obviously for Adelaide Vipers, John Papapedros comes in as captain as well, so he was off the bench last week. And he comes in. Romain Toscano, George Katsanyanis scored that equaliser late on against his former team West Adelaide. He comes in. Anthony Colangelo as well makes his way into the midfield for the home team Adelaide Blue Eagles. It's Yuki Nagata who's come in, Ibrahim Kamara, and William Smithson-Thomas.
It's Nagata, so he's playing in the midfield. And looks like Blue Eagles are rocking with what looks to be sort of a 4-3-3 shape. Obviously Ricky Da Silva in that attacking midfield role. We know he's the linchpin, he's the key for them going forward. Here he is. Got some space on the right-hand side here.
Here's Nagata, rocking the tucked-in shirt. That's some classic vibes here for the Italian community. Tucked-in blue shirt, that reminds them of those.
Some of the old souls around here would love that.
The blue and white kit as well. That's the Pippo Inzaghi-esque, maybe.
Get him with some black copper mundials and they'll love him even more. I don't even know if they sell those anymore.
Katzianis and Declan Gray. Looks like we might have had a bit of a head knock here. Not sure if the referee's going to come back to that. The game is still in the possession of Vipers FC. Katzianis is still down. We're going to take a break now and play, though.
So, as usually is the case in any game, takes some time to settle down and still hasn't really settled yet. Still waiting for one of the teams to probably get their foot on the ball for an extended period.
There's Martins Adesida diving to get that header, and now Blue Eagles away on the far side with Ibi Kamara. Goes long, looking for Ricky De Silva. He's sprung the offside trap, but he's tripped on his feet. Still going is De Silva. The ever-present in this Adelaide Blue Eagles team. Can't find an option. Cuts around back. Finds Matthew Jones with his left foot. Goes far post, but that's gone over the crossbar and nothing eventuates.
Yep, really good opening there for Blue Eagles. They had Kachavalani and Ricky De Silva making forward runs. Probably don't often see that from Ricky De Silva. Trying to use his speed to get him behind, but he actually did get on the end of it. And he's just a little bit too wide there, and by the time Blue Eagles were able to create something, Vipers had their numbers back behind the ball.
Maybe he's not wearing his medals as well, stumbling a bit over the ball as he was played in behind. This long grass surface of Martin Sports Complex. They played the reserves here earlier, and Adelaide Blue Eagles took the 3-0 lead, so it's a good start for their reserve side under 21s in a State League 1 fixture. Here's Vakasidis going long to Nakamura. Contest with Smith and Thomas there. He's going to win the throw in here on the near side as well. Here's Jordan Mugford now on the left fullback role. Finds Toscano. Gets the 1-2 from Nakamura, and Nagata intercepted again. George Katzianis gets a head into the back of his head from Martins Adesida.
Certainly in the wars early on, Katzianis.
Definitely a big body up there, and he's going to contest with Adesida all day today. But at the moment, it looks like he's maybe impeding the back of his head at the moment, and he's not getting what he desired, the number 9 for Vipers FC.
This has ended up going the other way too. Looks at it.
I think it might be a drop ball, if anything. And they're just going to retain possession, Adelaide Blue Eagles. So, of course, both these teams opened their accounts for the season last week. The home team, Blue Eagles, with a 1-0 loss against Adelaide Olympic, while Vipers took a very well-earned point against West Adelaide, a highly touted team in the State League 1 for promotion. So to hold them to a draw and get a goal that late in the game would have definitely lifted their spirits. Here's Mugford charging forward. Jordan Mugford looking for the feet of Nakamura. He's going to find the overlap if he can find his feet. Goes near post. Katzianis, he's onside. Lays it back to Toscano, but maybe a turn and shot from himself there. Katzianis would have probably sufficed.
Great block there by Nagata. Stopped the shot. Good move that from Vipers. Getting the ball into their front man, Katzianis, and then once they can do that, he's got that ability to lay it off. Any midfielders running in or waiting on the edge of the box.
They got a corner on the far side. It looks like it's going to be Nakamura over the top of with his left foot. Goes short. Colangelo lofts it back post. Nobody's there though, and that again goes over the far side. So a couple more of these interesting new signings for the season for Vipers FC. Michael Leofala, the Solomon Islands player on the right wing. He's come from State League 2 from Northern Demons as well. So another step up from him. He's played in all 3 leagues now in SA, so he's definitely got the experience needed, as does Ibi Kamara, who's on the ball now. New signing for Adelaide Blue Eagles. He's found his way around the leagues. I think from memory, the last time I remember seeing him was at South Adelaide a couple of years ago when they were in the NPL. But he's an experienced man himself, 35 years of age this year. So
you mentioned Leolafa, and that's a player who really sticks out on the page as possessions lost here. But that's one where you're looking at that Vipers team and you're going, okay, there's someone who can be a difference maker for them, particularly in a game like this. But I've got to say, they've started well, Vipers.
Definitely getting up this park. This is definitely one of the biggest pitches to play on in State League 1, this Martin Sports Complex. Some teams might fight it hard, especially if they don't play on grass every week, as Vipers don't. They definitely train on it, though. They're at St. Clair, but playing most of their games out of the Angle Park facilities, so it's artificial every game day at home for them, and there's probably an even split now in State League 1 with grass pitches and artificial. So Blue Eagles really want to take this home advantage, as they have throughout the last couple of seasons they've been in State League 1 with their results. Into the rest of the season. Here's Mullins now on the ball. Back to Nagata, to Jones. His flick has eventuated in a late challenge there on Vakasidis.
It's Kamara.
See quite a decent crowd here tonight at Martin Sports Complex, forming behind us, around us, and behind both goals as well. It's a fixture that's happened quite a few times in the last couple of years. Martin on a Monday for Adelaide Blue Eagles, and definitely a late kickoff as well, so it's got enough time for people to finish work and come watch the local game here.
And you know, always you got the reserves beforehand, players stay, maybe parents of those players even stay. You've got potentially, if any juniors are training, that's late from
Colangelo.
But yeah, I think, you know, Monday nights or Tuesday night, Wednesday night, sometimes you can be surprised at sort of the appetite that you can get. People just think, yeah, why not? After a long day at work, nothing better than just come out, watch some football, have a beer.
Barely any traffic to get to the game as well by the time all the 5 p.m. rush happens, and the school drop-offs and pickups as well. So a lot of people can end up coming here. We've got a few players from other teams around this league as well at the fixture. So I'm sure there's a few coaches as well of other State League 1 clubs watching as well, looking at how both teams played this early in the season.
Possibly their next opponents, who I don't have in front of me right now. But also, that's the other thing too, is, you know, you don't have all the games on a Saturday. You get one maybe on a Monday night, so other people can come out and watch, instead of all the games maybe overlapping with each other.
Here's Mullins, playing all the way back to his keeper. Cooper Mullins definitely plays the game with a lot of passion across the back line. I've seen him probably in almost every position there in the back line of Adelaide Blue Eagles over the last couple of seasons. So he fills in everywhere, and he's coming at left back this week, while Matthew Jones, a typical left back, is filled in at left wing. So it looks like a good old trusty 4-4-2 system for them. That's a great ball from Mullins, finding Cacciavellani, but he can't repay the favour, and it's getting a bit scrappy in the middle now as Cacciavellani can finally come through. Is tackled late, and might be another warning. There's been a couple of late challenges here early on, but I don't think the referee is going to bring out a yellow ticket just now.
Yeah, I think that might be a case of the next tackle we see like that, and then the card might come out, maybe just giving a couple of warnings for Vipers early on. But yeah, you mentioned that it's sort of a 4-4-2 for Blue Eagles, but if you watch Ricky De Silva closely, he will start higher, but then he will drop a little bit to try and get the ball in between the lines, because he really is a number 10, isn't he? Probably, well, closer, I would say, to a number 10 than sort of a striker.
Yeah, if anyone in this league, the way they play, having a 4-4-2 formation from the start is you leave Dante up there as a lone 9, and then Ricky can go anywhere in behind that as a free roll, and you still have two banks of forward defensively sound in behind that. So it's an interesting system from Blue Eagles. I know from the last year that I watched them last season, when they fell in the elimination final in the second leg against Playford, I don't think they played a 4-3-3, a 4-4-2 that day, so they're definitely trying to be a bit more defensively sound as they gave up a few late goals in that game. And those two men up top are really the danger. Here he is, De Silva, trying to get past Vakasidis on the far side. Stuck in a corner now is Anthony Vakasidis, and he can just play it down the line to Leofala, getting a few first touches. Katsianis now battling out with Adesida again. This time he finally wins that battle and wins a free kick.
Yep.
We're going to try and play quickly here at Vipers.
It's going to be an ongoing battle to watch, isn't it? Abasida and Katsianis. It wouldn't surprise me. Not because he's necessarily an aggressive defender or anything, but just because of the nature of how they're trying to defend Katsianis, that Abasida might pick up a yellow at some point. But I think Blue Eagles will be happy with that. As long as he's not turning on the ball or bringing any other players into play, forcing him back. Particularly early in the game, your centre-backs can be a little bit more aggressive. They're not on yellow cards.
Vakasidis now looks inboard to Lealafa. His flick just ahead of Papapedros there on the far side.
Yeah, haven't seen much of Lealafa early on this game, but Vipers will be hoping they can get him involved a bit more. And also, just watching Blue Eagles, it seems like between Dodero and Nagata, just only one of them's kind of sitting, and the other one just pushes a little bit higher. Seems like they alternate that as well. Something to watch. Trying to have an extra midfielder join the attacks as well.
Interesting player, Nagata. Haven't seen him. He's obviously a signing coming from Japan. And last season, it looks like he played in the under-18s J League for Matsumoto Yamaga. So it's an interesting signing, a young Japanese prospect. We don't really see too many players probably under the age of 25 come from Japan, but this ball was launched into the box. Kamara gets a flick. Declan Gray's battling out there with Vakasidis, and it's just about gone over the far touchline. The referee's waiting to point at which direction, but dangerous set piece there for Blue Eagles.
Yeah, probably their first real effort on goal. And I don't know who it was in there who made the block, but if it wasn't there, could have been a save needing to be made by the Vipers goalkeeper, whose name is escaping me right now.
Sebastian Matosevic.
That's right.
Joined by his brother in the defence and his father as one of the assistant coaches here at Vipers FC this season. Obviously, Anthony Matosevic was here last season as well, coming from Adelaide Olympic, while Sebastian was at Cumberland with his dad as well. So all three of them have joined the Vipers FC crew this season and hope for a successful one. It's a good launch long that time for Papapedros. No foul, says the referee, and Mullins is going to evade the pressure, but the ball's gone out prior to that. One big out for Adelaide Blue Eagles this week is David Signore, who I've seen quite a lot over the last couple of seasons. I'm sure a lot of people have seen him on the goals rap with some of the screamers he scores. A 6 usually for Adelaide Blue Eagles, but he's out injured this week, not in the squad at all. So that's a big miss for them, but it gives an opportunity to obviously the young Nagata. And Omar Dodero, always ever reliable in the midfield. Here's Adesida to Mullins. Gray can only clear long. Vakasidis meets that ball. Oscar Moore can't find the feet of Lealafa. It goes out for a throw on the far side. For Vipers FC, they made a couple of subs, a couple of changes from last week as well. Teiju Akimoto is on the bench and he started last week. Dylan Centrone, Dejan Markov, the notable outs at least to the bench. Of course, they have a couple of subs that have changed as well from that week as well, as has Blue Eagles. We'll see that later in the game. And we'll see what these starters can do at the moment. Here's Lealafa getting on the ball and switching the play. Taking on Jones. Out to Mugford. Mugford's got a bit of space to work with. He doesn't have the 1-2 to work with.
I thought for a second Mugford was thinking about shooting there. Just looked for a second like pocket of space opened up for him. In the end, he's probably just trying to be a little bit too cute, trying to thread a ball in behind like that.
Got a few good goals to his name, Jordan Mugford. Came from Adelaide Croatia Raiders as a junior. Matosevic back to his brother in goals. And now Mugford on the far side. course, obviously former teammates as well, Sebastian Matosevic and Jordan Mugford at Croatia Raiders in the reserve leagues.
That was good press there from Blue Eagles. Picked their moment to go. Ends up in a throw-in.
Smithson-Thomas looks for Kachavalani, who holds up well with Nakamura behind him, and Smithson-Thomas can only put it into the channel for Kamara to chase.
We haven't seen much of Kachavalani so far. Probably needs his team to have a bit more sustained possession. Try and work some openings. Still feels a little bit chaotic so far, 20 minutes in.
Smithson-Thomas with a long ball. Kachavalani does get to it first time, but they can just about clear. Good touch forward from Leofala, but his second evades him. As he did say, Kachavalani hasn't been involved too much. He really put a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper there to almost cough it up to him.
Well, he's the striker, isn't it? Where if you give him something to go for, he can really make it happen. That was a good ball there.
Dodero back to Smithson-Thomas. Working it well down this right side now. Just about keeps the throw in as well. Matosevic clears that over the far side now. A lot of pressure for Adelaide Blue Eagles on this near right-hand corner side. And it does look like, especially from the off here, that Dante and Ricky De Silva definitely swap that floating role as well. Sometimes one of them will stay in that central role and the other one will come a lot deeper. Dante's been picking up on the halfway line a couple of times now in front of camera, but the more the game goes, Dante will probably contest more in the air while Ricky tries to set it up on the floor. Nagata puts it into that area for Kachavalani. Handball, I think there might have been there. An advantage was paid. Here goes Cooper Mullins with a strike. And what a strike it was, just past the top left corner there, and I thought it might have swerved in almost.
Goodness gracious, I mean, from our angle here, we're not on the other side, so it looked like there was a chance that could have sailed into the top left corner. But I mean, the ball sat up nicely. It was far out, but if you connect on something like that, it can cause more problems than you think.
He's had a great return of goals for a defender, Cooper Mullins, in the past. I think he scored 8 league goals in the NPL when he was with Sturt Lions. Most of them from set pieces, of course, but he made a few himself in open play. And he scored a couple of goals here for Adelaide Blue Eagles as well. Most of them, again, from set pieces and corners, but definitely knows his way in front of goals.
It might be something to watch for as well when Blue Eagles get a corner or a wide free kick.
Here's Kamara trying to win one of those, and he eventuates in winning neither.
Better sort of 5 minutes or so from Blue Eagles.
Definitely keeping it down this end and hasn't been past the halfway line in quite a few minutes now. Matosevic tries to change that with a long ball to Mugford.
It's a great ball, that.
Who equally finds one to Nakamura. He kept it in. I don't think he knew that it was not all the way out when he tried to let that go, but they're going to get a throw in on this near side, Blue Eagles.
Well, I thought Kamara did a great job here because that was a great ball actually by Matosevic. Straight onto Mugford's chest. But Kamara made that distance up as the ball was in the air. It's a foul on Ricky De Silva. But then, so when he took the touch, Kamara was there and could force the error on the next pass. So it's good work there.
Well, you can tell the compatriotism between Dante and Ricky De Silva. The rest of the team wanted to get that underway quickly, but Dante was quickly over to console his teammate there. It looks like he's lost a boot. I'm not sure if it possibly could have broken maybe a lace hole or something, which is quite annoying. He's on that left foot, so maybe we're not going to see much of that in this first half, but he's definitely got the Trivella in the locker, so maybe not need it.
Well, they're really going for it on this set piece. With the setup here, only a couple of defenders back, but I think when you're struggling to create from open play, you want to make the most of these set pieces here, so that's what they're trying to do. A lot of numbers in the box here.
Ricky De Silva launches long. What a great free kick that is. Looking for a contact, and it's bouncing around. Nagata, looks like I reckon there was a high foot in there, and a man in the wars tonight. Katsianis limping away from that set piece opportunity. Definitely does his defensive duties, that's for sure. But he's in the wars at the moment. Needs to have some action going forward. Now Vipers go long. And Decide is there to meet it.
I don't think Majid Ibrahim will mind if he has to hold ball a little bit to stop a potential shot on goal.
Good flick there from Leofala. Puts it into the box for Katsianis. And it's found its way to Oscar Moore! Off the post, I think. And a massive chance for Vipers FC.
I think it's hit the inside of the right post. Oscar Moore there. And that was, I think Leolafa was trying to aim it in Katsianis' direction, but I'm not sure if he hit it correctly.
He had a 2v1 there in the middle of the box. Katsianis does well to get a touch, find the free player. Oscar Moore was continuing his run from the 10 position, and we know what kind of strikes Oscar Moore can produce after some goal of the weeks last season as well. So he's had an early strike on goal there in anger and just missed the target.
I guess that's kind of the gravity of Katsianis there, is that his presence in the box just attracted both the centre-backs, and then as soon as one of the midfielders doesn't track Oscar Moore's run, he's suddenly looking for the scraps when it drops. And I mean, man, that was a really good chance.
Just waiting to see it hit the back of the net after the keeper was stranded in no man's land after it was in the opposite way that he was going to dive. So great start for Vipers. Maybe they're more of a counter-attack team after all that pressure from Adelaide Blue Eagles. But here's Matosevic with another launch. Great ball into a good area. Smithson's there to meet it with the 2v1.
And you know, we were talking about Leolafa before and saying that, you know, he hasn't really been involved, but you know, he can come up with one delivery like that could potentially end in, you know, the opening goal. So he's definitely got that quality in his locker that will just come out when they need it.
Katsianis with the quality to hold that up, finding Nakamura. Defended out well though there from Smithson Thomas, who wins the throw-in as well.
Yeah, he's definitely winning that duel so far, Smithson Thomas.
Come into the team from last week. He was on the bench and featured only late on, but he's come in at right back. We saw this happen quite a few times last season where he come in at left and right full back. And Cooper Mullins obviously assuming the other one, if not for Matthew Jones. So if he wants to keep that position his own, he's got to have more performances like this, and he's got, yeah, definitely a tricky side to deal with attack coming from everywhere at the moment.
Well, Smithson Thomas, someone I know because he went to my school actually, and he did play in the first team at St. Peter's from memory, but he also plays a fullback from memory as well in high school teams and stuff. So yeah, it's a position he's obviously very familiar with.
Nagata, great touchdown, but only into the path of Leolafa, who's working hard there against a couple of defenders. Evades the pressure and does well. If he can switch this, he does. Great work under pressure there, and now Mugford finds at his feet. Not got too many options. Nakamura's there. Receives it again with a 1-2. Oscar Moore's got to make a run forward, but he's definitely been marshalled out there from Declan Gray. Smithson Thomas. And Gray finally clears only to the path of Anthony Colangelo. Picks it up again, does Anthony. Looking forward. Still not clear, and here is Toscano.
It was the first sort of stint of the game where we've seen Vipers probably have the ball for a long period. And just as I say that, touch goes out of play.
We'll see how the rest of the game goes, but two former schoolmates of mine as well, Anthony and Rocco Colangelo, are in this Vipers team, both Mercedes College graduates, and played with both of them in the first 11 there at Mercedes. So good to see Anthony get his run in after he was on the bench with his brother Rocco last week, and might see them join the park together as well. So we've got a couple of brothers in this Vipers team, both Colangelos, both Matosevic's.
You've been waiting since kickoff to sneak in the fact that you play for the Mercedes first 11, or?
Well, you're the one who brought it up with the with the first 11 with Smithson, but here's Cooper Mullins trying to find a silver, but I'm not sure where your first 11 played, but our intercol was here at Martin Sports Complex as well on a number of occasions.
Well, I didn't play first 11, so there you go. Thanks for that. Blue Eagles just feels like they're lacking a little bit with their final ball. That last pass. Like we said, by that sort of cross that Matosevic had to deal with is, hang on a minute.
Cooper Mullins and Kachavalani, and they look far post, sorry. Still bouncing around there. Might find its way to Ibi Kamara. Got a deflection out for a corner. Good pressure there, though. But that build-up from the throw-in there from Cooper Mullins and Ricky De Silva, a couple of 1-2s, and no one tracking the run of Mullins after he threw the ball and created a big opportunity there for Ibi Kamara.
Nice
strike on his left foot.
Nice build-up. I was just saying how outside of that earlier cross that we saw, Matosevic have to really work hard to punch away. We hadn't really seen any other dangerous entries into the area for Blue Eagles until then. So here's another chance from the corner.
De Silva into the area. It's going to go all the way in, I thought. Missing a touch on the too far post in Adelaide and Will Smith and Thomas.
Well, that's one of those ones where all it needs is a touch from anyone across that 6-yard box. Matosevic looked like he had kind of sold himself to the near post as well. I think it was Declan Gray as well at the back post there. Probably had an open net.
Good touch there from Dodero. Now Jones looks forward to Nagata. Sprung the offside trap, looking for an opportunity to cross it now again. Goes 1v1 with his defender. Still Nagata looking for the bounce, but it's just evaded the touch there. And now Vipers FC can go clear. A lot of space on his left side now. Mugford's continued his run. Toscano looks for that left side. Can't find a toe. Now Mugford's header looking for Katsianos, who flicks on. Nakamura tries to find him again. Now it's back with Oscar Moore again. Was he fouled on the edge of the box? Very dangerous position as his second touch evaded Adesida there, and he might escape a booking if he's lucky.
Yeah, it looked like a foul from where I was. I think he's just beat him to the ball there. Some nice touches from Oscar Moore so far. There's a little bit of head tennis there as well between the two teams.
NTC product is Oscar Moore. Coming to this Vipers team as a youngster, and he's held his first position, first team position quite well.
I guess that explains. You can kind of see he's got a bit of a technical profile that we often see from a lot of the players which go into the system.
Looks like it's going to be Anthony Matosevic on the end of this. Centre backs with free kicks. I know you're a Chelsea fan, so you know that what Alex can do. What can Matosevic do from here?
David Luiz. It's Brazilian Chelsea centre backs on that one, but that's an old era, Alessia. That's when Chelsea were good. Anyway.
Another centre back on the end of this one. It's Anthony Matosevic. Top of the box. Matosevic into the wall. Out for a corner. And might go down for a bit of a head injury as he's rattled that into the face of one of the defenders for Adelaide Blue Eagles.
I think it's Dodero or... Yeah, it's Dodero who's down there. But straight back up. So in those situations, sometimes you can see a player get winded by the ball. Might need a couple of minutes, but it's good to see that he sprung straight back up. There's been a good ebb and flow, I think, to this game. Maybe without a lot of big chances, outside of probably that Oscar Moore one where he hit the post. He's about to take this set piece. Let's see if we can see another opportunity for Vipers.
Goes near post. Everybody ducks. And there's going to be another foul in the box. This time it goes the way of Adelaide Blue Eagles, and it's on Kachavalani.
I'm not too sure if the plan there was to get a flick on at the near post on the corner. Very low delivery from Oscar Moore. But that can be effective.
Smithson looking long for Kachavalani in the channel. Matosevic lays it back to his brother Seb, who plays it well up the line to Jordan Mugford, avoiding the pressure of the Blue Eagles player, and he continues his run. Mugford looking in behind for Nakamura. Has he strayed offside? He hasn't. He keeps it alive, but the cutback is lacking quality. Gets a second opportunity at it. 1v1 with Smith and Thomas. That's a good ball, far post, but the right winger's not continued his run, and it looks like the ball might have gone out of play, or was it offside in the build-up?
Is that a late offside call from the one that you initially mentioned? Might have been offside. Not too sure, but either way, even if he was onside there, Nakamura, a couple of poor deliveries there, I feel. I think the first one, not too sure what he was trying to pick out, and then the second one, he's just overhit it. So Need a bit more quality from those wide areas, Vipers. I say, Seb Matosevic, a couple of really nice balls playing out from the back, particularly finding Mugford. He seems like he's an outlet here on this left-hand side when Vipers play out. Something to watch.
He's had quite a good pedigree, Seb Matosevic. Played over interstate for a couple of teams over there as well. I think it's Preston Lions, Heidelberg even as well. Obviously some for the under-21s, but I think he featured for a couple of those teams in a first-team capacity as well.
Well, Heidelberg in particular there, obviously Preston now are doing quite well in Victoria, but probably at the time that he was there, they were in the lower leagues. Heidelberg been one of the better teams in Victoria for many years.
Great little bit of skill there, and guess who it is? It's Oscar Moore again. He's had quite the influence in this first half. He nutmegs his defender there, and he gets bundled over. Not enough doing for a yellow ticket, but otherwise it's a foul in any case.
Well, I guess, you know, he's a younger player. He doesn't come with the same sort of pedigree or resume as someone like Ricky De Silva, but he's that similar sort of player, a number 10, in between the lines, can beat a player. It's the type of player that can just open up this game a little bit. It seems like it definitely needs it.
It's Nakamura over this on that far side with his left foot. If he puts this nice and deep, it might trouble the keeper. Here's Nakamura. He goes too deep and all the way out for a goal kick.
Well, it's another poor delivery from Nakamura. When you're away from home like this, you need to make the most of set pieces. Even just from a position like that, it feels like he's trying to whip it in with pace. You know, you're so close to the goal, even just lofting it in there, floating it in there even, so the ball hangs in the air, could just cause so many more problems, I feel, personally.
Got to get it to dip back post, and anything can happen with a bounce or two. He's had a few good deliveries from corners, but that set piece is just straight off target at the moment. Gray with the pressure. Finds a good ball out to Smithson. Thomas getting chased there by Toscano. Didero looking for the feet of De Silva. Good little flick there to Matthew Jones, and he's probably tripped up himself there as he was chasing Vakasidis, who can only clear down the line. Nakamura misses the header. Under the pressure of Didero, does well to nutmeg through, and there was a bit of an advantage there for the referee to play. Interesting to see him pull it back. But they're getting it straight back underway with Toscano with a bit of pressure. Colangelo dwells on the ball, just about recovers, and De Silva fouls Toscano in return.
Yep. One thing I was going to mention, we saw it on the last Blue Eagles goal kick as well. It's good to see both these teams are trying to play out from their goalkeeper. They're trying to build up with short passes, play through the lines. Sometimes we can see teams overplay, but I actually think so far it's just been a lack of execution probably from both teams, but it's good to see them trying to play through and be brave.
Higgins now out the back to Gray again. Good build up here from Blue Eagles, and Didero's going to try and evade two challenges there.
Also seen Jones and Kamara swap sides now for Blue Eagles. It's a common thing that you would see with wingers. I think Kamara probably didn't get a lot out of Mugford, who's probably winning that battle on this side. So Blue Eagles coach just feels changing it up. Katsianis offside position. Didn't interfere with play though, so they've still got the ball here, Vipers.
Colangelo takes it past Nagata to Mugford. Couple of plays in the box if he can find a delivery. Takes it past one and another, and Katsianis might go in the end. Going to pull it back for a foul again, just as Katsianis wants him to play a bit of advantage to get a few more touches on the ball.
Well, it's very rarely that we've seen Mugford get on the ball and look to play back or recycle possession. He is trying to be quite positive going forward. Maybe not with a lot of success, but that time there wins a free kick.
It's going to be Oscar Moore who takes this one as well. Right-footed delivery to the far post with Vakasidis and Matosevic there, the targets. It's a good deep ball. Gray struggles to clear with it. Katsianis. A couple of handballs and the foul's gone the wrong way for the Vipers FC team. There's a couple of them waiting for that to drop and have a strike. Nakamura, in the end does take a strike and it only fires far out for a goal kick.
I think a couple of the Vipers players were wondering if there was a handball in there. But I think what's ended up happening is one of them's tried to kick out at the ball to shoot. Probably just missed it and caught one of the Blue Eagles defenders.
At a cedar now to Nagata. His touch evades him and Leafala loses it as well. Now it's Kamara on the far side. Trying to use his pace, but he was outnumbered that time from Vipers. In behind again to Oscar Moore. Looks to square it to Katsianis. Gets the touch. George Katsianis opens the scoring. And he cups the ear to the crowd. He's scored 2 in 2 now, George Katsianis. He was out the game for most of it, but that's what you need for your number 9, to just get on target in the box.
Absolutely, and it's a great move from Vipers there. Blue Eagles were actually just talking about maybe teams trying to overplay too much when they play out, and they couldn't break down the press there. And eventually, mistake is made. They turn the ball over, and they break quickly. And it's Oscar Moore, that man again, we've been talking about. Excellent ball across. That's one of those ones, just across 6-yard box, asking striker to go and tap it home. Katsianis is never going to pass up an opportunity like that. Massive, massive goal for Vipers here. It's been a pretty even game to score this close to half-time. That's huge.
Massive confidence booster for him as well. On the bench last week, coming on to score and obviously save a point for them. Not involved too much as he would have liked in this game, but when it matters, he puts it in the back of the net. And great lead here for Vipers. The team, a much maligned team. A lot of people didn't have too many expectations for them this year. But after snagging a point last week against West Adelaide, and they're up against a tough team to play away from home in Blue Eagles. Kamara now on the far side has something to say before the half.
Just the timing of the goal too, right? Like the game had been quite even. Not really too many chances, but then they just kind of snag a goal out of one moment like that is huge for Vipers.
They've won that thrown on the far side. But yeah, definitely for a striker. Imagine starting the season, he's not in the starting lineup as you would have hoped. Comes on, scores. The next week he gets to start because of his goal. Scores again in the first half. So a striker in form. There's quite a few in this league as well. I mean, there's a couple in the state league that's got 2 and 2. A couple in the NPL. Nathan Munro for Sturt has got 2 and 2 off the bench as well as the striker. So it seems like this league is the league for goals and the league's for form as well.
Well, it's a big thing, I feel, in State League 2, State League 1. If you've got a goal scorer, someone who can finish half chances, cross into the box. We often see a lot of the teams at this level rely on crossing or more direct play. So if you've got someone that can turn not the best opportunity into goals with good finishing, it just makes a massive difference.
Over on that far side as well, I can see a couple of injured players there of Vipers FC as well. Martinez Septo, Jacob Jones. So they've got a couple to come back as well into this team. So if not many people expect them to do much this season, they're really putting it to the sword at the moment and proving some results that might be unexpected.
But I mean, just on that point around strike as well, like we saw that the teams who got promoted last year in Playford and Bacala, is someone like Christos Penendez, maybe not the most flashy player, but that's a guy who knows how to find the back of the net. So
Soy Sakani as well. He
Sakani
didn't score as many as Penendez, but at the right time that it mattered, he did. And he has been as well for Sturt Lions, his new team as well in the State League 1. So if you have players like that, you never know what heights you can get to. Now here's Jones on the far right-hand side. You know he's going to cut it on his left. Finds the feet of Smithson Thomas. His touch does cut it across. Kachavalani swipes and misses. Maybe Kamara keeps it alive. Good feet to Kachavalani on the left foot. And his volley finds it past the side of the goal. And again, that's another strike in anger from the Adelaide Blue Eagles attackers.
Well, Smithson Thomas made a great little underlapping run there. And he was just able to get the ball across. And initially, Cacciavellani could have made contact, and then eventually he's actually relocated to the back post. And that would have been, some goal. Weaker left foot.
Katsianis, that time winning it again. He's definitely got confidence now, using his body well. He had some arms coming over the top of him there. High contact, they say, in the AFL, and he wins a free kick.
But Cacciavellani there, just that last chance. I mean, that's the thing, right, with a player like him. We were talking about goal scorers before, and that was really a half chance, but, I mean, didn't look too far from the top corner. But yeah, Katsianis is really proving a handful, isn't he? Down the other end. Physicality.
Dangerous ball there. Mullins leaves it for his keeper, who's come out well, which is good to see. But just looking behind us as well, David Signore on crutches as well after playing last week. I'm not sure what injury he might have occurred from then or in training since then, but on crutches is not a good sign.
Terrible, isn't it, for any team to pick up one or two big injuries this early on into the season.
Toscano plays this forward for Nakamura to chase, and Gray's there to clear.
Something like that, you just throw off any sort of plans that you had in pre-season immediately.
Mugford now on the near side. There can't be long left in this first half. Looking for more again. Ricky De Silva evading a couple of challenges. His burst from pace as well. Referee's not going to pay him a free kick as he expected as he sits on the floor now, De Silva.
Well, that looked like one of those ones where it was a real tactical foul, not letting him break away as here they go.
Papapedros into Katsianis again. This one has just evaded his right foot again, and the pressure from Vipers almost paying off double there. It's going to be Oscar Moore gets to his feet again. This time he's got nowhere to go, but perfect areas again for a number 9 like Katsianis. De Silva wins the throw in that time.
Well, they're proving quite dangerous in transition, aren't they, Vipers? When they win that ball.
A couple of calls for a foul throw, I think, there, but fortunately the halftime whistle has blown at Martin Sports Complex instead. A couple of players asking maybe there's a bit more than they expected on, but this fixture did definitely kick off A15. So that is halftime whistle here at Martin Sports Complex. It's 1-0 to the away side, Vipers FC, against the run of play. But they've made it happen, and they've had a few chances left in this first half. And we're going to join you in the second half. Don't go anywhere as we roll to the breaks.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Now, Saprolis has a shot. Oh, I think that's in. What a goal! There you go. And the first goal of the year.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City. Could this be an opportunity for Fulham? Saved by Johnson. And then a second hit, Johnson again.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United like home home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resies, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the pre-season.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adelaide Atletico has been built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys. And it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks are getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome back to the second half here at Martin Sports Complex. Of course, you see that score on the far side. It's 1-0 to the Vipers. And they've made no changes at half-time, have the away team, but the home team look like they have gone to the bench. With Ibi Kamara coming off to be replaced by number 22, Juan Capellino. I did a little bit of research on. He's played in NPL Tasmania for a couple of teams, Devonport Strikers, and Clarence Zebras.
Yep, Devonport, one of the bigger teams in Tasmania. Clarence, I believe, are actually an Italian heritage club as well, like Blue Eagles, of course. So
the badge resembles the old Juventus badge.
Yeah.
So they're
I guess the Adelaide City equivalent.
The Moreland Zebras equivalent, one of those type of teams. Here's De Silva looking long, but it's only Jones in the box, so he's not going to contest with those big, tall centre-backs of Vipers FC. Here's Oscar Moore with an uncharacteristic giveaway to Capellino now. Here he is with a left-footed strike into the far post. Kachavalani! What a save, though, from Seb Matosevic with his feet low there. And Kachavalani would have thought he might have had the equaliser.
Well, Capellino, his first touch. Absolutely exquisite ball to the back post. Vachelani, that is, well, should be his bread and butter. I just don't think he got enough purchase on the shot.
Almost identical to the Katsianis one, with just a toe onto the end of a long cross. But in the end, a fantastic save from Seb Matosevic, who's been quite outstanding in the first half with his feet, but now he's doing what most goalkeepers' bread and butter is, and saving those shots. Here he is with another diag. And, of course, as I say that, he gives it away.
Well, it's a good start for Blue Eagles for sure. That's easily their best chance of the game so far. I don't think they create anything close to that.
Here's De Silva. Takes it past another one. Goes near post. Anthony Matosevic does clear. And Dodero, no handball, says the referee. Finds the feet of Kachavalani, spins and strikes. Just past the post. And as Matosevic saw that go past his post, I'm sure he was relieved, as it looked like he was almost heading for the bottom corner.
Oh, it's brilliant hold-up play by Kavachalani. And I didn't think it was a handball in the lead-up there from Abaseda. Just plays it into his feet, and he just takes one touch to his side, rolls the defender. And you're right, Matosevic seemed a little bit too confident that was going wide, so that ball just goes out of play.
Another interesting change from the halftime. It looks like Matthew Jones has gone into the 10 position. So obviously, Kamara's come off, and it looks like Capellino's on the left.
Yeah.
Jones is in the 10, and maybe even De Silva is on the right. I'm not quite sure yet.
Yeah, it looks like Ricky De Silva's gone to the right-hand side. But I'd imagine with his sort of attributes, he's not going to really play as a wide winger. He's probably going to come inside at various points when Blue Eagles have the ball. They made a great start to the second half. You can definitely see that some words were probably had at half-time.
Here's Katsianis. Got that all-important goal. Looks to switch. Great ball out to Leolafa. Here's Micah. Returns the favour, looking for Kachavalani, but too close to the defender, and a bit lackadaisical approach in clearing it. It does find its way to Kachavalani. More great hold-up play. Finding De Silva. He's going to switch this out to the left, I assume, to Capellino. He's stayed onside. Finds Kachavalani. Might strike first time across the face of the box. Nagato.
By the way, sorry, apologies to the listeners. I think I was saying Kavachalani for some weird reason. Kachavalani.
Another good ball from Leofala to Oscar Moore. Getting involved in the second half as he did with the first. Faces up Declan Gray. Oscar Moore one way than the other. Might get an opportunity again. Oscar Moore with a strike. Deflected that time and didn't take his opportunity after it was gifted back to him after stumbling over his feet.
This game is certainly much more open now than what we saw in the first half. This is a bit more the basketball game now, end to end.
Here's Nagata looking for Kachavalani. Might link up with Capellino again. He does. That ball is a bit soft, though. And Leofala comes away with it. Looks for Katsianis. 1v1 here with Adesida. Adesida goes with a sliding challenge. It doesn't clear it, though. And now Katsianis is by himself on this right side. Leolafa joins him. Toscano to Colangelo. and they can finally recover from that pressure now. Vipers entertaining starts this second half, and that's what the fans want to see.
Definitely. Much more action.
Papapedros to Moore, spins his defender in Jones and goes again, looking for Papapedros, takes a great touch, Papapedros got to cut it back, Katsianis, unbelievable save there from Mitch Higgins. That ball is destined for the back of the net, Christian.
That's incredible. What a save. And Papapedros, actually Oscar Moore initially we should start with, superb play. Turns a couple of times in the midfield. Papapedros takes a great touch to set up the opportunity to cut it back. And he's just waiting for the net to bulge when Katsianis meets it. And Higgins, maybe the ball's a little bit central, but the reflexes from such close range.
Unbelievable. He looks to the heavens after he scored his first goal, but after that one, he's looking to see how's that not found the back of the net.
Well, it's round 2, but that's a save of the season. Contender already, has to be.
Well, you've had Matosevic at one end, Higgins at the other. What a start this second half has been. The fans are really engaged now, and Martin Sports Complex is lighting up.
And that's like those fine margins, you know. If you take the chance there, you go 2-0 up. Who knows? We might be reflecting back on this as Belugas have made a change.
Just off the ball there, I think it's Matthew Jones has departed. We'll wait to see that. I didn't even see the referee look over to make that substitution, but Matthew Jones, who has just been starting, getting nice and involved in that 10 position, has just come off. And Christian Migliaccio has entered the pitch. And they've just turned that over as well, Vipers from the corner.
It's poor.
And Cacciavellani is on the break here. They're going to take him out if they are smart. They do.
Has to be yellow, yeah. Has been a few of those in this game.
Nakamura will take it. But yeah, we've just seen that substitution out of nowhere at the start of this. It must have been an injury there for Jones. Otherwise, can't see what in about 2-3 minutes from that second half he's done wrong to.
Not so much him, but you know they've started the second half much better in an attacking sense. So I'm not too sure why you would kind of muck around with that unless yeah, there's an injury there to Matt Jones. Set piece opportunity.
De Silva to send it in. Good header though out from Mugford. Leofala now got time to take it past Nagata. Great through ball to Oscar Moore, but who's there in defence? It's Ricky De Silva.
Well, he did take the set piece, so I guess he was the furthest player back for Blue Eagles.
Higgins into the centre of the park and only picks out Matosevic. Leofala, he's gotten the ball quite a few times in the second half. Lets that one go to Katsianis, and it might spin all the way out to Nakamura, but he's offside if the referee can see on this near touchline. The assistant referee's got his flag up.
Well, Blue Eagles have definitely been much more of a threat going forward in this second half, but I would also argue Vipers have looked pretty dangerous to start the second half when they break forward.
This is what we want to see. I'm sure the crowd on YouTube and here are excited to see such an open game and a competitive game between two teams in the State League One that are vying to either shush the critics or have a potentially positive season and see their club raise the level. Here's Capolino's raised the level of Blue Eagles since coming on. Nagata plays it in behind to De Silva. Is he onside? He is. He's going to cut it across, but good defending that time from Vipers. There's another set piece, and somebody's down there on the far side. Not sure if he...
I think it's Matosevic.
Might have got one in the unmentionables, potentially.
Yeah, Ricky De Silva just held his run there. Looked across the line. Did a good job, but you're right. Capolino has really made a difference for Blue Eagles going forward. We saw him in his first touch make that dangerous cross to Cacciavellani, and then this time he's received the ball in a central area and made things happen. Got a bit of freedom there.
Just wanted to note a bit of movement on the far touchline for the reserve keeper of Adelaide Blue Eagles as well. So interested to see what's going on there. I'm not sure if Higgins has pinged something potentially, but
hopefully it wasn't because of that save.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. No one's there to warm up with the goalkeeper at the moment, so hopefully that means that he's just trying to get a bit warm. As we've got a bit of a break in play here for this injury. I think it might have been Vakasidis at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Vipers have just got someone on standby.
It's not Vakasidis, sorry. I think it is definitely
Matosevic, I believe.
Anthony Matosevic, yeah. I could see that shirt. It must be number 6 on the back there. And they've got Rocco Colangelo on the far side warming up. And I think they might be making that change. The assistant referee, though, is coming all the way across to the touch line, and I think is Majid Ibrahim.
Looks like
they're telling the goalkeeper to go down, Mitch Higgins. So
yeah, he's just doing some stretches, some dynamic stuff behind play. I think it was the physio, the Blue Eagles physio on the bench there. He was just trying to get a sort of a status update from Higgins on his health.
Now this is interesting with Matosevic getting some treatment. He's going to be off for this set piece as De Silva takes it. So that's one centre back down, and Adesida tries to meet it. Smithson Thomas is there. Leafalavo doing some excellent defensive interception. He's going to carry this ball forward and almost find a defence splitting pass to Katsianis. Now Dodero uses his strength against a couple of defenders. Here's Migliaccio. Sprays it out to Capolino. Drives inside. Looks for the 1-2 with Dodero. Here's Capolino. Can't sort out his feet. And they're going to clear it only as far as Adesida. And Toscano struggling to clear. And they just about get it clear. But you can see how many people are forward at the moment for Adelaide Blue Eagles. De Silva's just launching every ball on that back line, turning him, as they say in England. Comes to the hands, though, of Sebastian Matosevic.
Yeah, they're not resting on their laurels to try and chase an equaliser, are they? Definitely the handbrake is off. Nice and early into the second half. That one might go on top of the stand. Yep.
There's the big bang above our head, and I think that one is gone for the time being.
But Capolino again, just making things happen. That's what you want from your subs. It's a change here for Vipers. I think it is Matosevic who's come off there, Alessio.
And as I expected, Rocco Colangelo joins his brother Anthony on the park. A natural left fullback, and maybe he's got a bit of fans in the crowd here as he enters the pitch.
Looks like Mugford has just slid across to left centre back. And Rocco Colangelo goes to left back, like you said there, natural left back.
Vakasidis commits the foul on Capolino here. Tries to slow it down by kicking the ball away with him. Yep, he's a natural fullback, is Rocco Colangelo. And Mugford obviously plays across a lot of positions. I've even seen him at 6, so he might slot in there at centre back with ease.
It's a dangerous game Vipers are playing, giving up these set piece opportunities when you've got someone of Ricky De Silva's quality.
Here he is, putting it in that far post. Who's got the header there? It's Vakasidis to clear. And Papa Pedros, I think there is on the left side, putting it all the way up to the halfway line. Now they can reset.
Also, one thing to notice about Blue Eagles all game with the set pieces, how many numbers they get in the box. Set piece, usually you'll see teams keep either 2 or 3 back on a set piece. They're often keeping 1 player back on the halfway line. Really just trying to load the box. Probably trust the delivery of Ricky De Silva. I think that they're really good opportunities for them.
Mullins to Capolino. To Migliaccio. Great ball inside. As is that to Dante, but his touch can't find a blue shirt. And Toscano can only clear high and wide. And I think Katsianis is down again here.
Been in the wars.
From the first half, yes, and he looks like he's continuing into the second half. They don't want to see that, Vipers. De Silva spins into Dodero. Everybody behind the ball at the moment for Vipers.
But, you know, he's put in the hard yards, Katsianis. And at the end of the day, he's got himself on the score sheet as well. It's kind of the game that you want from your striker. To do the dirty work and do the running off the ball and make themselves available all the time in possession, but then also get on the end of chances. I mean, he should have really had 2. That incredible save by Higgins.
Lealafa evading the pressure, and they can finally clear, but you can see how deep Katsianis is right now. That's what is happening to Vipers at the moment. They just can't get out of their own half. That ball looks for Capolino, and he was offside. Yeah,
you mentioned there, Alessio, Blues are definitely turning the screws here. Starting to play this game in the attacking half. You feel like they're just edging, building their case for an equaliser.
Good win of a free kick there from Katsianis on Cooper Mullins. Pushing the back. And he's telling him that Very easy for the referee to see there. I don't know what you're trying to hide from.
You know, Katsianis, we noticed that early in the game with Abasidi, he won a couple of free kicks. I think he knows that he's kind of got the better of some of these Blue Eagles defenders in those situations. If they can get the ball into his feet, he feels he can win a foul. It's always good for a striker.
I can see just puts it into that danger area, and they can just about clear the Blue Eagles. Migliaccio, it looks like he got an elbow in the head there. Don't know how Toscano's avoided anything from that, but obviously the referee didn't see that. Nagata now, picking it up a bit deeper in the 6 now. Tadero. Good little gap there from Migliaccio, who's found it to the feet of Capolino to take his defender 1v1 again. Looks like he's left-footed as Capolino wants to cut it back on there. And Cooper Mullen's going to win a foul there for a errant stud from Leofala. Another upset piece opportunity. They've got to make one of these count sometime soon. All in similar areas.
I didn't think there was too much contact in that from Leofala, but I guess if his stud is slightly raised and he makes even the slightest bit of contact, it is a free kick. Again, loading the box on this set piece. Nagata's, just for the moment here, completely unmarked on the edge of the box.
Well, everybody's in the box for both teams, it seems, at the moment. Here's De Silva. Goes low. Looked for a touch there from Cooper Mullins. It was a dangerous delivery, and a touch like that can really unsettle a goalkeeper, but he's kept his nerve there, Sebastian Matosevic, and kept it in his grasps.
Well, he's had a couple of free kicks on this side, De Silva, and he's gone the back post a couple times, so he probably just thought, maybe this time I'll try and outwit the keeper, go to his near post, see if he's not expecting it.
It's all Adelaide Blue Eagles at the moment. Vipers just haven't seemed to get their foot on the ball. Just over, yep, that's a good Trivella into the feet there of Nakamura. Trying to slow this game down for sure is Vipers at the moment. They know they're on the back foot, and they're just trying to stem the momentum from the home team.
Yep, I'm wondering, obviously they had to make that enforced change defensively, but I'm wondering if Majed Ibrahim is thinking of some fresh legs potentially. Does feel like the momentum is gone too much the other way as Oscar Moore
wants to get his name on the score sheet, but another great save there from Mitch Higgins in goals. Went low that time. Maybe the better option was to open up his body and go far post, but good save from the goalkeeper for Adelaide Blue Eagles.
Well, I was just mentioning how the momentum felt like it was very much a Blue Eagles, and then Vipers create a very decent opening. Great piece of individual skill there from Oscar Moore to create the opportunity, and I think he has tried to go to the far post there, Alessio. I reckon he's just hasn't connected with it properly, but they've still got a corner.
And now the delivery from Vipers, you can really see the difference in numbers that they send forward for their set pieces. Here's Vakasidis contesting with the goalkeeper. Toscano puts it in a danger zone, and they're just about clear, but you could definitely tell, I mean, until the corner taker wound up to put one into the box, they barely had one or two players in their attacking half. Did Vipers. That bounces over the head of Dodero. And Capolino will win the foul in the middle of the park. And the first ticket of the day goes to Roman Toscano, who goes early, I think. De Silva's offside, and the ball was rolling.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I saw that the ball was rolling, and I thought, well, not too sure the referee can just let this keep playing. Usually they do stop the game and make them retake it if it's rolling.
I think he was lucky, because I think from that, it looked like De Silva had sprung offside and didn't time his run to perfection. So they'll get a second opportunity at this. And again, look at the numbers going forward for Adelaide Blue Eagles. They've got 3 back with a defensive free kick. So you can tell where they're going to go.
Well, on that last 5% piece, I think the difference is that Cacciavellani was on the halfway line if Blue Eagles wanted to counter-attack. So that's why Vipers will keep 2 defenders back. Often Vipers are just packing the box as well with pretty much everyone outside of the players on the wall on the Blue Eagles set pieces. So there's no need for Blue Eagles to keep too many defenders back.
And they just can't clear it to a white shirt at the moment, Vipers. Cooper Mullins puts it in again into the feet of Dante, who tries to spin his defender. Good hold-up play and spin from Katsianis. He tries the more difficult ball, though, trying to play it in behind. And Cooper Mullins' back pass to the keeper is just about stayed in. But I think the easier option for Katsianis there was to play it to the left where Oscar Moore was running into some space. But maybe with a bit of confidence and a spin like that, he tried to be the hero and play the hero ball in behind with his right foot. But on the back foot, Smithson Thomas puts it in behind for Kachavalani. Good header there from Mugford, and Kachavalani keeps it alive for De Silva. He's going to work this onto a cross, I'm sure. Does just about near post, but they do clear again. Vipers pinned into their own box at the moment. Dodero. Migliaccio crowded out by Toscano. Is he pulled back? I think he was, and it's going to be another yellow card. It's going to be to Migliaccio.
No, that's good refereeing. It's a clear pullback. And they were away. I think the ball was stationary that time, but anyway.
And the referee just hadn't had time to note down that booking in his book, if anything.
But it's interesting, this game, watching both strikers, how they operate. See Kachavalani, he's got that little move where he tries to spin the defender with his first touch. And then you got Katsianis, whose hold-up play and just his physicality has just been an issue for Blue Eagles all night.
Here's Matosevic. It's probably been a game of two goalkeepers at the moment, more than anything, of the people that have lit up this fixture. Cooper Mullins, big 50-50, goes through on Vakasidis, but I think he's actually come off second best there, Cooper Mullins, no matter how hard his tackle went in there. And
well, in a situation like that, you don't want to go in half-heartedly, and I felt like Cooper Mullins kind of just stopped because he felt like
he wasn't going to get to the ball first.
Yeah, and a big challenge was coming. He actually did a great job with the interception initially. Looks like there's a
bit of back and forth in the crowd as well. Thought there would be more home supporters, but it looks like Vipers have brought a contingent.
Definitely, you could hear it when they scored. There's a good contingent from Vipers here today, but it's been definitely a bit of tension in the second half. You know, you think about it, and Blue Eagles here, if they can't turn this around or can't even get an equaliser, facing an 0-2 start, it's less than ideal when you're definitely a team who probably feels you're in the promotion mix or should be in the promotion mix this season. Some activity on the bench is there, potentially.
Not sure. I thought maybe it's just Nakamura stayed all the way away from this stoppage in play.
Yep, so
it's going to be, I think it might be a drop ball in the end, because I'm not sure the ball was out when the referee stopped play for this injury.
It just felt like there was a 10-minute, maybe not onslaught, but just a real sort of period where Blue Eagles were having that sustained pressure, a lot of dangerous attacks, balls into the box, a couple chances. Just feels like they weren't able to score in that period, and now the game's become a bit more of an arm wrestle again.
This stoppage has really taken a lot of sting out, though, and I'm sure both sets of managers and players want to get started as soon as they can after this. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of added time here, and we're going to go deep into the night.
I think Vipers won't mind too much with a bit of a stoppage. Actually, it's giving Majid Ibrahim a chance to get some instructions across there to a couple of his players. But in saying that, where Blue Eagles weren't able to capitalise on some of those chances, but also the chance down here for Katsianis, that unbelievable save. You don't want to be coming back to that if you're Vipers.
Trying to see if he might have got a big scrape there. It looks like there is something. And I think that's going to be the end of his night, Cooper Mullins, because we've got Caleb Evans on the far side who's warmed up, ready to go. And I think that challenge might be the end of Cooper Mullins for tonight. And that's just going to happen on the far side. Caleb Evans comes in, and the swap fullbacks this time. Will Smithson Thomas comes to the left fullback, and Caleb Evans resumes his role at right fullback. He did start last week, Caleb Evans, as well, and he is a natural figure at right fullback there.
we mentioned before with Smith and Thomas, how you can play both sides. That always helps in a situation like this. Hopefully nothing too serious there for Cooper Mullins.
They go short to Oscar Moore. Uses his body well. Oscar Moore. Does he win a corner? He does. The Blue Eagles defenders were saying that the ball's already out when he kicked it into me, but the assistant referee is very close to this, so he would have seen that action right up close. And now they've got a corner here at Vipers.
We're super impressed by Oscar Moore tonight. Continues to make things happen.
And they're going to send this corner in now, Vipers.
Nakamura.
Goes far post for Mugford. Was he pulled down? Referee says no, but he's landed on the deck, as did Nagata. Now Vakasidis puts it far post. There's two players there, but it's into the grateful hands of Mitch Higgins, who sets this away quickly with Dante. Cacciavellani, space to burn. He's looking for Migliaccio, but that ball is cut out by the captain, Papa Pedros. Plays only into Cacciavellani again, and Migliaccio comes away with it. Looks for the feed of Capellino, and the referee's pointed the other way. Might even give him a yellow here for simulation, Christian.
Wow.
Don't think he was even trying to call for the penalty, Capellino there. So
no. He might have just lost balance. That can happen. Feels a little bit harsh. But just initially, when Blue Eagles, that was actually a really good quick release there by Higgins to Cacciavellani. It just felt like he could have held the ball up for a couple of extra seconds, waited for his team to maybe get forward, support the attack.
Here's Matosevic, happy this game has slowed down and played well away from his goal at the moment.
Definitely going to see Vipers as the time ticks down. Try and probably waste some time here and there and take the sting out of it where they can.
Almost a good touch there from Cacciavellani as he's still chasing down Mugford. Can only clear wide. Evans gets his first interception. Colangelo battling out with Dodero, but he escapes. Here's Capellino. Good touch with his left foot. Papa Pedros tracked every one of those steps as he puts it out for a throw-in.
Yep, it's been solid tonight. Papa Pedros.
That one's gone over his head for Dante Cacciavellani. Looking for someone to set it back to on the top of the box. Using his body well. Capellino's in there. Vakasidis comes out with it and finds Katsianis. They've got some space on the left side now, finally. Ball trying to find Oscar Moore. Declan Gray's there first, though. And just clears it into Moore.
Well, it didn't eventuate to anything, but something so simple there from Katsianis. Just coming off his defender, dropping in, able to spray the ball wide and start an attack. Just opens up everything for your team. He's done that really well tonight.
Here's Evans. No pressure on that right side. A lot of space to run into. Finds De Silva, who's tackled on the far side and is won by Oscar Moore again. So he's just everywhere at the moment, attacking and defensive interceptions from Oscar Moore.
That's excellent. See a young player doing both sides of the ball like that. Majid Ibrahim would love that.
Ball spinning out and Colangelo tries to meet it. Capellino comes out with it. Smiths and Thomas puts his foot on it and finds the free man. Dodero. Capellino's picked up a central position now. Migliaccio opts to go short to Evans. De Silva cuts in well. Tries to find Evans, but it's bouncing around there and it's just found a white shirt. And again, they clear. Smith and Thomas. Capellino on the wrong wavelength with Cacciavellani there. But Vipers just playing into the hands of Blue Eagles now. Just can't keep the ball. Here's Papa Bedros. Talia Fala does just enough as the ball gets stuck under him. Matosevic. Good turn from Toscano, getting held by Nagata.
Yep.
Again, slows the game down for Vipers. This is what they want.
Yeah, and I think we saw Matosevic just then too, bombing it long. They're not going to be taking any risks playing out from the back. Happy to just bomb it long, try and win the first and second ball. Blue Eagles' game to chase at this point.
Anthony Colangelo now in the middle of the park, looking for more, but that ball's bounced ahead of him. Now it comes back out through the defence of Blue Eagles. Pressed here by Leofala. Finds his feet to Moore. Katsianis. Leofala still coming out with it. Michael Leofala cuts back. And now this is not the position that Katsianis wants to shoot from, and that's why that angle is way too tough to have a strike from. And maybe Leofala should have played him earlier.
Well, it was just a bit of, no, you shoot, no, I'll shoot, between Leofala and Katsianis there. Abisada, though, you can't be getting caught on the ball like that. 1-0 down late in the game like this. That's a moment that can just kill the game for your team.
Switcher player to Capellino. More and more involved. That left foot looks for a good delivery to Dante. Holds off well. Cacciavellani with a strike across goal. I think it's got a touch there from Matosevic, and it stayed in as well. And Capellino's interception finds it out for a goal kick.
That's that spin move again. The hold-up play from Cacciavellani. And you're right, though, Capellino. That left-footed delivery. When he gets the space to do it, he's pinpoint. Good save by Matosevic as Katsianis is down here on halfway.
He's clutching his ankle as well. And they're going to bring the physio on, slow this game down just a little bit more. Got some subs on the bench as well they can use.
Yep, all about game management now for Vipers. Did they take the lead, or were they 1-0 down against West Adelaide?
They were 1-0 down, and it was a late goal, 87th minute for Katsianis to equalise it. So this is the first time they've been in the lead this season. And it goes to show that no matter how much the critics expect you to play and expect your position, you never know when it comes to the season. And when they come out into the park, it seems like they're just impressing everybody week in, week out.
I think they've really come here tonight with a good intent to what they're doing. You see they've been up for it as a team. And there's definitely enough quality there with the likes of Oscar Moore, Leofala, Katsianis. Enough quality there to cause some issues, and they've done that tonight. It looks like they are going to be making a couple changes. Vipers.
Looks like they got Dylan Centrone ready to come on, and Jordan Stephanopoulos, it looks like. And it looks like Katsianis is going to make his way to an applause from the travelling fans of Vipers FC. Very happy with his efforts tonight. And he's going to be happy with the form he's carrying into the Cup round next week.
Yeah, well, rightfully so. Getting a round of applause there. One of the best players on the pitch tonight for sure.
Looks like on the far side it was Nakamura who picked up a caution earlier in the game. He's going to make way as well. And Centrone is come on. Looks like he might be leading line as well. And Jordan Stephanopoulos, part of the Stephanopoulos trio who play across the leagues as well. He's found his way onto the left wing.
But Katsianis, the only, I guess, sour point to his game tonight is not having 2 goals, because just still can't believe that save by Higgins. Here they go.
Smithson Thomas finds Capellino again. Got a bit of pressure to deal with. Tries to nutmeg a few of them, and Bakasidis now comes away with it. He's got Leofala with him. His touch, though, is too heavy, and Migliaccio wins it.
Well, that's what happens when a centre-back goes on a bit of a run. Sometimes, eventually, their touch just lets them down. Happened there with Bakasidis.
De Silva finding Evans. He's going to hold it off. Stephanopoulos, Dodero now with a bit of pressure. Finds Migliaccio, tries to flick it over the top to catch Villani. Spins his defender well. But the keepers come out in time. Matosevic. Tosovic launches long. Probably missing that aerial threat in Katsianis now with the diminutive attacker Centrone to come on, but he's got some skill as well. That touch though, poor, but it's going to find its way to Leofala. Got a couple of runners here. Stephanopoulos is in the back post. Moore going to struggle to keep this alive. And after that little throwback, he's going to pick up a booking as well, Oscar Moore, for delaying the restart.
Yeah, well, we're getting to that point in the game where time wasting is definitely going to become more prevalent.
Adesida. Looks like definitely both fullbacks of Adelaide Blue Eagles are pushing on and creating more numbers up top there. Here's Smithson, who's carried his run. Looks for the switch, and it's a bit too much for De Silva to latch onto, and he's giving him a piece of his mind for that.
There's a lot of things that Ricky De Silva can do. Not too sure if running onto a ball put about 20 yards in front of him is in his locker at this point in his career.
Into the last 10 minutes of normal time. I'm sure we're going to see about 5 or 6 added for some of the stoppages. So Vipers just got to hold on here.
Yeah, we've probably got roughly 10 to 15 minutes left.
Big switcher play. Great touch, though, from Smithson Thomas to drive into. Looks again for Capellino. Drives at Papapedros. Looks to go with his right, but that's definitely his weaker one after that attempt.
Yep, good positivity, though. That's what I've liked about Capellino since he's come on. Always looking to go forward, always looking to make things happen in the final third. It's what they need right now.
Another launch long there from Matosevic. They're just trying to win these seconds at the moment as Vipers. But Capellino's there, getting more time on the ball. De Silva with Rocco Colangelo to deal with. And he's got one of the Vipers players, Stephanopoulos, wins a foul there on the far side, gets his body in front. And that's something typical of De Silva to do, so you get it done against him, he's not happy with.
Listen, once you get your body in between man and ball and you go down, the referee is going to give that 99 times out of 100. Excellent work by Stephanopoulos. Just with Vipers, though, they're probably going to go long again, but like you mentioned, they don't have Katsianis, that target man who can bring the ball down and actually absorb some pressure. It just feels like that ball's coming straight back every single time now. And Declan Gray and Abasida, as we see just then, able to deal with it quite comfortably.
Good touch there again from Capellino. Drives with his left foot. He is fouled on the edge of the D. Bit more time wasting there maybe from Papapedros. Referee's not seen it because he's more worried about where the ball is placed. And another 2 subs, it looks like, for Vipers. Wait to see who they are. I think the only 2 left are Dejan Markov and Teiju Akimoto. So I expect those 2 to come on at some point, but it's going to be after this set piece, it looks like. Everybody forward for Adelaide Blue Eagles. De Silva to deliver. Far post. Adesida's there. He does get a head on it, but I'm not sure if he expected it to come as he didn't jump and got under it.
Well, it's a good ball. Abasida gets in between a couple of defenders there. I'm just wondering in a situation like that, you're better off just centering the ball as opposed to flicking it towards goal. And I think it's Colangelo, is it?
I think it...
Yeah, Anthony Colangelo, who's down there, probably just with cramp.
Going to add more and more time to the end of this game now. We're going to tick over the 10 o'clock mark, I reckon.
10 o'clock on a Monday night. Where else would you be?
Bit of this crowd is dispersed a little bit by now as well. So maybe they're on the YouTube live watching it on the way home.
Definitely knows maybe some Blue Eagles supporters. A bit frustrated, losing some faith here. Definitely, you can get the sense from the Vipers fans who are here to our right, that they know that this could be a massive result for them for sure, if they can hold on here.
Wait to see. It looks like maybe only one of those subs for Vipers is going to eventuate. And it looks like Anthony Colangelo has made his way. And I think this is Teiju Akimoto.
So Akimoto, who looks like has actually gone up front.
He did start last week.
They've actually dropped Centrone here, Centrone, I should say. They've dropped him into the midfield alongside Toscano. So bit of a shift there. Maybe wasn't happy with the balance as well.
Great ball from Leofalo to find Oscar Moore on the far side, but he can't return it with a good touch. Sorry, that was Stephanopoulos. Now Caleb Evans looking long for Cacciavellani. Uses his body well. Dante Cacciavellani. It's an equaliser for Cacciavellani right at the death. One long ball. And we've got injury time here to contest with. The crowd here have definitely amped up for this last few minutes of injury time, but that's the threat you leave with a marksman like him up front. Cacciavellani opens his account for 2025, and what a moment for him.
Well, two unbelievable balls in a row. First of all, Leofalo from this right-hand side off one step to switch it, and then it was a poor touch, which leads to Caleb Evans playing a superb weighted pass over the top for Cacciavellani, and that's his bread and butter. First time he's really been able to get in behind tonight, smash it in the bottom corner. Momentum's now with the home team with about 10 minutes to play.
Still coming forward, Vipers. They're not giving up, nor is Leofalo, but Adelaide marks that one out. Late equaliser here at Martin Sports Complex for Adelaide Blue Eagles. What have we got left in this clash? Centrone. Capellino, he'd like to cap off this substitute performance with a goal or an assist. Takes it past the defender, De Silva. Only as far as Migliaccio. You can see Cacciavellani there. It's going to find its feet to him. Takes it in his stride, finds Nagata. He's got to put a cross in. Nagata at his far post. Capellino's there with his head. But it's just over the crossbar.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Blue Eagles completely flipped the script in a couple of minutes here.
Vakasidis into the feet of Akimoto. He's done well with his body as well. Won a free kick late on here. And now it looks like Blue Eagles are taking their time to get this set up.
Well, I think it is a foul. I think Abasada has been overly aggressive in those challenges all night. That one there has just pulled the shirt.
Still in normal time. It looks like it's about 89th minute. De Silva, he wants a last say in this. He's got pressed though there. Well from Jordan Stephanopoulos. But he turns it over again. Now they go long, but that's a poor ball from De Silva right into the feet of Matosevic. Cacciavellani's not giving up, nor is Blue Eagles. Here's Rocco Colangelo, looks long for Akimoto, using his body well again against Gray. They can only find it to Dodero. Now Nagata comes away. Got to get this in the forward half with the added time. Here's Caleb Evans. Can he produce another ball of magic? He's got the opportunity to as he breaks away from a lot of players in white. Caleb Evans into the box. Deflected out. And it's a corner.
Well, Vipers were way too open here for a team that really probably at this point should just be prioritising the point. Transition there. I mean, Christian Migliaccio on this near side where we are, he had an acre of space if they could get the ball across. They weren't able to. Leslie, I have to say, it only looks like we're going to see one winner here, if we are going to see one.
It's got to be a good delivery from De Silva. He's done them all night. And that one's a bit high. Capellino keeps it alive. Adesida tries to get a foot in. But can only clear Vipers to Akimoto. Good sliding challenge from Caleb Evans. Hasn't won the throw-in, though. He's out of position now. Leofalo, he's got to play on the left side. It's Stephanopoulos. He's got to get his touch away, though. Turns his defender. Goes again. Good challenge again from Nagata. Ball through for Oscar Moore. Is he onside? Oscar Moore tries to take it past the keeper. Oscar Moore at the death! It's a goal for Oscar Moore, and it's a goal for Vipers. We thought they were out of it, but he's not given up all night, Oscar Moore. He's had a fantastic performance, and he caps it over with a goal. Matosevic is there. The whole Vipers team were there to celebrate as well. They've got it at the death here, Christian.
What a goal. What a goal from Vipers FC. And it's Centrone with the defence-splitting pass. Oscar Moore times his run perfectly. And how about the composure from the young kid to finish it off?
What a night he's had, and what a night this could end up being for Vipers FC. Written off all season, but they might get their first 3 points of the season here away from home at Martin Sports Complex.
Well, just the composure. It's such a crucial moment in the game to round the goalkeeper. And there were still 2 defenders back for Blue Eagles, and he just was able to slide it into that gap.
It's bobbly, but he doesn't care. It's a goal for Vipers FC, and they're on their way to 3 points here, Christian.
I've just said if there was going to be one winner, it would be Blue Eagles, and we've just seen one attack from Vipers.
Now we're definitely into added time here. Blue Eagles, what have they got? A poor pass out the back is what they're showing us. We might be hearing the boos from the home supporters now. That's not what they wanted to see after all that pressure right near the end. You thought they were going to get the goal after all the pressure.
I mean, this is the type of win, just the manner of it, the moment, that can really just be a foundation for the rest of your season.
Oscar Moore, still a bit of fight left in him. Dodero finds the feed to Silva. They're never out of it with players like him. Tries to find Capellino. Papa Pedros is there. And he clears out for the sidelines.
Yep, anywhere will do. That's the mentality now.
Couple of fans in the sidelines trying to imitate the final whistle as well. We're going to see a sub at the end here for Blue Eagles. Looking to see who it is. Not sure who it is, as he's got a number that's not on the team sheet, but might be Isaac Vanillo. Smithson looks into Capellino. Papa Pedros is there to clear. Caleb Evans on the top of the box. His touch is poor, and they just come away with it. Declan Gray under pressure. Looks for, I think, is Vanillo on the far side. And Rocco Colangelo clears that one as far as he can onto the far pitch.
Again, anywhere will do. Just got to see out, 30 seconds or so.
Ball low into the box. Mugford leaves it. And Toscano can clear to Akimoto. He's used his body well off the bench, but that time his touch evades him. Caleb Evans ready to set this up quickly.
Put the flag up for a offside. You fish and chips.
Caleb Evans bouncing there well with De Silva. Caleb Evans still going past another one, not fouled. Was the Vipers player fouled? He was, and they're going to suck time out of this clock now.
Well, just fantastic resilience in the end here, shown by Vipers. Somehow find a way to what looks like getting 3 points. Like I said, just the type of result that can just build such a confidence in the squad moving forward.
Matosevic goes long. We're deep into added time now. 5 or 6 minutes at least. De Silva under the tackle of Centrone comes away with it. And another challenge. And another. He's not going to be paid for the free kick. And he's given a bit of a push to Caleb Evans. Gray's got to launch this. Mugford just about reads it with his tummy. And Stephanopoulos, that's Oscar Moore, wins a free kick. If anyone's had a great night to remember, it's Oscar Moore.
I have to say, best player on the pitch tonight. I don't
Set up the first goal.
Yeah. Yep,
scored the second.
Yep. Could have had another one too, hit the post. Nah, he's been absolutely sensational. Is he a new arrival this year?
He played last year
for
for Vipers.
last year for Vipers.
Scored a goal of the week.
My bad.
But he's definitely a youngster in this league that's one to watch, especially for some of the NPL teams. I'm sure are watching this game tonight.
That's kind of, where my mind was going for sure.
Good win there. Caleb Evans somehow comes away with the ball at his hands. He tries to switch it to Migliaccio. He continues that on. Smithson Thomas Carries his run from left back. He's got to launch it in now. He's got numbers. He does find only the back of Leofala. They're in this attacking half. The referee's not going to stop it. Dodero carries on under the challenge. Looking for Vanillo. Does find Vanillo. He tries to whip in, and Colangelo Rocco gets an interception. A late corner.
That's probably it.
Everybody forward for this one, except for the goalkeeper and Caleb Evans.
Well, you'd think Evans will probably get in the box here too, or maybe the edge. I'm
Sure
surprised,
he
I'm
will.
surprised the keeper's not going to go up here. Or is he?
They've got to hold on just a few more seconds here, Vipers. The Silva delivery, headed on! Past the far post from Declan Gray and cleared by Rocco Colangelo. Everybody asking how long. Migliaccio launches. Capolino gets ahead. Vanillo facing backwards. De Silva trying to find room for a cross. Can't find it just yet. He's going to go with the outside of his right foot. It's a good delivery. Matošević claims and goes down as well. This has got to be it for Vipers. He's got Leofala as well on this open side to take it into the corner. But he's got two players to the left. Looks long, I think.
He's on. No,
he's offside.
Oh.
Akimoto.
I reckon that was close from my angle. Maybe just went slightly early.
Launches to Capolino. Can't get a hit on it. Vakasidis. He's going to launch this all the way almost to our commentary area.
Oh, one of the people in the Vipers crowd made a good point there. That ball was still rolling when that free kick was taken. That's going to be, another foul.
It's Oscar Moore who's taken it.
Yep.
He's going to stand in front of this as well.
It's a bad foul to give away here. They're going to surely get everyone in the box. I mean, at this point, might as well just get Higgins in there, but...
Here's De Silva, one final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matošević. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept two goals out that were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable saves tonight, and honestly, that one is just as good, if not better, as the one we saw from Higgins earlier on in the half.
Well,
that's taken two deflections on its way through.
He might not have a clean sheet tonight, but boys, he got some points behind his name for some of the ones he saved. Another delivery. Goes deep. It's got a touch, but that one's gone over the bar. And that's the full-time whistle here at Martin Sports Complex. A memorable night for Vipers FC. Sebastian Matošević, Oscar Moore. I want to give two man of the matches, Christian, because they've been unbelievable for the away side.
Well, to be honest, I think the way Majid Ibrahim would look at it, his whole team has just been superb tonight. Maybe not the best performance, but just the way they were able to find a way to win that game. And it's all the little things we just spoke about, the saves from Matošević, the creativity in attack from Oscar Moore, the brilliant hold-up play from Katsianis. Papapedros was excellent. You know, all these guys contributed in some way for Vipers.
A bit of disturbances behind us in the crowd at the moment, but keep our minds on the game. Matošević, he was a new signing for Vipers, and he's earned his bread tonight. That's all from us on Martin Monday nights, Christian. What a game and what a result for Vipers. They charge up the table, 4 points out of the opening two games, and they're going to want to watch this one on replay at the club.
What a start to the season for Vipers, and Blue Eagles back to the drawing board once again. 0-2 to start the season.
Thanks for joining me here, Christian. That's it for us tonight. What a great game here at Martin, and we'll see you again soon for the next results and next fixtures. That's all from us here. Thank you and good night.